Mike DiDonato, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I appreciate this time to speak with you, Brad.
Well, it's always good to talk with you. And as I understand it, next Monday, July 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific, you're going to be teaching another one of your classes, how to set up and register your business. Is that right?
That is correct, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's a wonderful workshop for those who are not familiar with legal structures and regulatory filings.
So what inspired you to put the class together in the first place?
Well, I started as an advisor with the SBDC back in 2016. And as I was speaking to clients, it became obvious that most startups and many business people who are already in business are not familiar with the ins and outs of legal structures, things like LLCs, S corporations, C corporations. We have the alphabet soup of corporations, and it's very confusing.
Yeah.
And also, we got a lot of questions about what's a DBA? How do you file an LLC? Why do I need to do that? What are the issues? And it has become a situation where it's complicated. It's difficult to understand unless somebody breaks it down for you. And it's a really important topic to go over.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it because I know so many businesses just don't really know what it's all about. What is this thing that's a legal entity, or what is this LLC thing, or what is this C corp? I don't know what any of that is, and should I be knowledgeable about it? Should I be addressing it? So it's great that you're teaching it. And so it's about an hour and a half. Is that how long your class is?
Typically, it's an hour and a half to 2 hours. And keep in mind, it's a kind of a dense topic, but we break it down so it's understandable. This is about mitigating risk. You want to mitigate risk on the legal front. You want to mitigate risk with regards to zoning laws. You want to mitigate risk with regards to the way you structure your business. And that's really important because when it comes to setting up a business, registering business, going forward with your business, first you have to have a business plan. You always start with a business plan, but moving beyond that, you need to be sure that you have the right structure in place to meet your goals and objectives. And if you don't have the right structure in place, you may end up with serious issues. For example, there's unlimited personal liability if you're just a sole proprietor or an independent contractor. Most people move away from that once they realize there's greater risk. They want to mitigate that risk, and there's greater risk as you grow. And they need to understand those risks and how to mitigate those risks. There's also tax strategies and tax consequences based upon your legal structure. And if you're not familiar with those tax strategies and consequences, it's going to cost you money. You're going to leave money on the table. So it's really, really important for you to get a good handle on the appropriate legal structures for your business, corporations, SC, special purposes, all sorts of corporations. What that means for you, as well as LLCs and partnerships. That's why I put it together.
Got it. Well, I'm glad you're doing it. And I know that for some businesses, maybe more than some businesses, business owners that are starting out, they don't necessarily know that they can wait, they can figure it out, they can build their plan, they can take it slowly, not rush into anything. And I think in in learning what you have to say in your class, that will be made pretty clear. Just it's important to understand what the purpose is of your business, what your vision is, and then sort of slowly put it into place and not feel like you have to right out of the gate know exactly what your legal entity is. There's time allowed to breathe, I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yes, what typically happens, people rush to the action steps. How do I get registered? How do I set up this? How do I fill out this form? Before you do any of that, the most important thing you should do is lay out your goals for the next 3 to 5 years and work with one of our advisors to develop a business plan. And that business plan will incorporate this structure. Now, if you're already in business, for example, and someone's talking to come to business with you, or you're at the point where you've been in business for 3 years and you're taking on more risk, perhaps you've hired employees, that's wonderful. That's great. Maybe it's time to then go to a more formal entity. But in order to understand that and how it works and the tax implications associated with that, you should attend this workshop because we will break it down in very clear terms so that you'll fully understand what it takes to move forward.
Fantastic. That's great. So once again, it's this coming Monday, July 19th, starts at 10 a.m., goes to around 11:30 or so, depending
11
on
to
how things
12,
are
sometimes we have
going.
a lot of questions. It depends.
Got it.
what comes up during the workshop.
Got it. And, I'll put this up on the screen, but to register for this class, it's completely free, no cost to you. You just go to www.longbeachsbdc.org/workshops. That's www.longbeachsbdc.org/workshops. Sign up and we'll see you then. Mike, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brad. I very much appreciate the time and the opportunity.
Okay. Talk with you soon.
Bye now.